Okay, now if all has gone well, you presented your options to the customer. Obviously, the next question is how much? That famous how much. This is where things can get uncomfortable. But here's your new mindset. Don't be uncomfortable presenting price. Again, as soon as you hesitate presenting the price, hold back, sort of speak, the customer can sense that. If you really believe on your product, then there is no other reason to hold back on your price. If you believe your product has value that can help them, there is no reason to hold back on pricing. Now, there are two types of pricing models in general that you can go with. One is the fair market value price. In other words, your product compared to others' comparable product or similar in price. Then there is what we call the premium price product. Your product or your services is so good that you're charging a premium, typically a 20, 30, 40% above anybody else out there. Again, it's your strategy. You need to determine what you feel comfortable with in terms of what you can deliver, what type of value, product, and service. So, again, are you a fair market price or are you a premium price? Now, it's good to be able to have that mindset going in, and allows you to be able to make sure you have this during your presentation because it allows you to position your product more effectively. So, for example, if you walk in with a fair market mindset, then again, during the product presentation, you're going to talk about how your product compares to other products, and that's kind of the difference. It's small, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to conclude in your options, in your pricing, right? Here is what we look like and compare against other products in the market. But if your mindset is on the premium pricing, you're charging more than everybody else, and you're not going to make any excuses for it, then what you want to do is to be able to have that mindset before the beginning of the presentation, because now as you go through your presentation, as you go through the demo, you're basically emphasizing to the customer, here is what we have to offer, here is where our competition offers, and here is what makes us way above and beyond all the other companies out there, which is why, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, this is why we're more expensive than our competition. And let me explain to you why. Okay? So then again, having the mindset, whether it's a fair market, pricing or a premium pricing, makes a big difference on how you position yourself in your presentation. So have them appear understanding what you want to do, how you want to sell before you begin your presentation. So again, fair market value or premium value, right? So here it is. If I have a product that I know is better than everybody else and I can deliver it in a more effective, strategically where that has more value, then I'm going to charge a little bit more. And guess what? If you identify the right customers out there in the beginning, you will find people who are willing to pay the premium price. Look, let me give you some examples. There are people out there that are willing to go to Denny's or Wendy's or McDonald's and buy something on that price. But there's other people out there that goes to the high-end restaurants and are willing to pay double, triple of those products. Which one is the right thing? They're both right. They just have different demographics or market segments. That's how you need to look into your products and services, right? Keep that in mind. Options, okay? Now here, when you're presenting price options, if you present two options, the customers will always gravitate towards the cheapest one. But if you present three, they'll gravitate to the one in the middle. This is key because what you want to do is to be able to put the one in the middle. You want them to actually go into the middle. So if you only have two products right now or two pricing options, you want to be able to create the third one to force them to go to the one in the middle. Here's the philosophy behind it, or a psychology behind it, that when there are two options that are offered, people will actually choose the cheapest one to mitigate the risk. If you have three options that are offered, people will kind of go into the middle, and the reason for that, it mitigates the risk. So always offer three options and put the one in the middle that you want them to buy. Don't believe me? you need to start going to all these places. Go to McDonald's, go to Starbucks. What? There's a grande, tall, and venti. There's 3 choices, right? They want you to buy the one in the middle. Think about that. Starbucks, tall, grande, venti. But most of the time people will buy the grande, right? So if you are now going to be able to present, products in the pricing, you need to be able to give them a variety of different ways on how they can actually pay, right? You can say, hey, you know what, pay in 30 days, pay in 60 days, pay in 90 days, pay in, a 12-month payment, right? It doesn't matter. You have to give them options as well on their payment options. You can't just say, just pay us in cash. Well, what if they don't have cash? What if they have credit card or debit card? Well, then guess what? They're not going to buy from you. Okay, so you need to be able to give them options on how they actually are able to pay, whether it's through financing, 30-day, 60-day, 90-day option, or you can also say payment options. We actually accept cash, MasterCards, American Express, Visa, Discover. Those are other choices that they can have. You must provide options and a way for them to be actually able to take care of payment as well. So choosing the price points and also choosing how they can actually take care of payment is an important thing that you guys need to be able to consider. So right now, this very moment, take 15 to 20 minutes to actually start figuring out, are you going to be offering fair market pricing or premium pricing for your products or services? What are your options in regards for the different price structures and different financing that they're going to actually be having? So take the 15 to 20 minutes, do it by yourself, brainstorm, or have you and your team take care of that at this very moment, and then move on to the next video.